All right, good evening, everyone. It's Thursday night, and welcome to Nassau Flyers Live, Fly-by Wireless. I really want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. One of the things that we've seen is that there's a whole bunch of people that might have been watching but haven't been into Nassau Flyers. We saw a handful of those people come in the last week to start flying again. Thank you very much for coming in and supporting us. We're really glad to have you. If it's your first night with us, welcome, and we're excited to have you on board. So just a quick update, things seem to be moving along in a much more normal day-to-day operations. The tower is open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and we are doing flight training. I was up in the air today, and between 9 and 10, they did about 85 touch and goes at Republic. So we're getting close to back to a normal life, or as normal as we're going to see it. So again, with the flight training, we are still using the safety precautions as recommended by the CDC. Everybody's customers are wearing masks. We're cleaning airplanes and doing everything that we can to make sure everybody's safe. And remember that we've all become a lot more comfortable with living this virtual life. We're still doing virtual ground lessons. If you have an interest in that, our club members, they're still half off until the end of May. So please take advantage of that. So tonight we're going to try something a little bit new. Some of you are going to be somewhat surprised and somewhat disappointed that Connor's not on the chat with us. We have Jeff, one of our instructors, who will be answering any questions that you may have. But instead of having Connor on the chat, we're actually going to bring him into the video live through the magic of Skype. And I think most of you have gotten comfortable watching Connor in some of the videos, listening to him on some of the flights. And at this point, let's bring up Connor and say hello.
Evening, guys. How you doing?
All right, we got Connor with us, and pretty excited to have you along. We're going to start a flight. Basically, we're calling it the Big Three this week, and for a lot of us, this is almost a once in a lifetime opportunity to go through and fly into the three major airports in New York. And one of the things that I'm going to ask you, Connor, is you make it sound so simple, but what's your thoughts on people going up at least for the first time and bringing an instructor with them?
So it's definitely not a bad idea. Legally, a private pilot can complete this flight. You don't need to be instrument rated, and you don't have to be flying IFR to get in there. That being said, it's a lot of work for one person, whether you're a private pilot, a student pilot, a commercial pilot, or whatever, especially the first time you do something. So having a second pilot on board to help kind of share the load is never a bad way to go.
All right, that sounds great. So at this point, you're going to notice that we're going to speed this process up. It's going to go through pretty quickly. And let's get started. We start out of Republic Airport, and here we go. Obviously taking off on runway 32 out of Republic. When we do take off, one of the things that I want you to realize is that we did skip a little bit here, and you'll notice we cut forward to...
The tower got the new Sirius 238 Romeo Sierra, final 31 left.
238 Romeo Sierra, Kennedy, head to your right, Canada, 2,300, turning in for the parallel, wind 32013, gust 19, runway 3 and left, clear to land.
31 left, clear to land, traffic inside Sirius Romeo Sierra.
All right, Connor, here we go, moving into Kennedy. What do you feel about flying into this Class Bravo airspace?
So one of the things about Class Bravo is that it's very similar as far as getting into Class Charlie. Like you just heard, we got handed off the tower right here. And it works the same way. You grab the weather, you get in touch with approach, tell them your request, and then approach is going to clear you in, sequence you, and then they're going to hand you off to the tower who's going to handle the rest. The biggest difference is that we got to be more vigilant for traffic. We got parallel runways a lot of times. We got much bigger, much faster airplanes to worry about, and we got to really be on top of our game with regards to heading and altitude here.
All right, it's a beautiful thing. 200 feet wide, about 3 miles long. you're very lucky, you can basically taxi back and start it right up again.
Sierra, you can line up and wait runway 3 and left at Kilo Echo.
Roger, line up and wait 31 left at Kilo Echo, 8 Romeo Sierra.
Romeo Sierra, when everyone turn right heading 070, that's a right 070, maintain VFR out of below 2000, runway 3 and left at Kilo Echo, clear for takeoff.
31 left Kilo Echo, clear takeoff. It's going to be a right hand turn 070 up to at or below 2000, 8 Romeo Sierra.
All right, these runways are pretty close, and for all intents and purposes, Connor, it looks like you get set up on an extended left base for LaGuardia.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. It's a very short hop between Kennedy and LaGuardia. I mean, I think we were only with approach for at most 10 seconds, just enough to tell them what we wanted to do. So going through here is definitely good to have a plan before you actually take off out of there.
But the views are spectacular. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, 100%. I think out of the three, LaGuardia, I think, had the best views.
238 Romeo Sierra, LaGuardia Tower, LaGuardia Altimeter is 3009, Sierra request.
3009, requesting a full stop runway 31, sir, and then a taxi back for departure to Newark, 8 Romeo Sierra.
238 Romeo Sierra, runway 31 clear to land, wind 3506.
Runway 31 clear to land, thank you, sir, 8 Romeo Sierra.
Well, this runway visually is almost exactly the same as Republic.
Sierra can left there, Juliet, join Bravo, remain as frequency advised ready, runway 31.
Left Juliet, join Bravo, will advise ready, runway 31, 238 Romeo Sierra. Tower Sierra 238 Romeo Sierra, revert for takeoff runway 31.
Sierra 238 Romeo Sierra, wind 35013, runway 31, clear for takeoff, fly runway heading, maintain 2000.
Fly runway heading, maintain 2000, clear takeoff 31, 238 Romeo Sierra, thank you.
All right, Connor, so this is another truly amazing part of this flight, the opportunity to fly almost directly over the largest city, one of the largest cities in the world. Pretty spectacular.
Yeah, 3-1 is really the runway to go to if you're doing LaGuardia. The view in is pretty great, especially if you can get that expressway visual approach. And the departure, as you saw just now, it's directly out over Central Park. And then if you're going to Newark like they did here, they'll have you hang a left and just follow the Hudson River down. So you get a nice little skyline tour while you're on your way, which, again, reason why I think that was the more scenic part of the flight.
Yeah, it's hard to pass up this this section of the flying through the city. So it looks like you're basically setting up for a right downwind for Newark here.
Yep, so they're landing on the 4s at this time, so we were in a good position to just go right into the right downwind, and then they had a sequence behind a UPS with a heavy call sign. So it's just one of the things where the traffic was pretty light today, but the traffic that was there was stuff that you really had to think about.
238 Romeo Sierra, turn left at the next taxiway, and then you're going to turn left on taxiway Papa to taxi back to runway 4 right.
Roger, left Papa 3 left, Papa back to 4 right, date Romeo Sierra.
Well, landing on a runway is always easy. It's after you land that's going to be more difficult for a bunch of people, right? Taxiing to a Class Bravo airspace or airport.
Yeah, especially at these. I've been into Kennedy a few times, and especially at night, I find landing the like you said, landing the airplane is not really the problem, but it's getting around. And the reason is the taxiways are sometimes as big as our runways are, and the signs are spaced differently, so it can be easy to get turned around. Luckily, though, in the Cirrus, we've got Safe Taxi, which makes it very easy. It's also good practice to have a plan of which way you're going to turn off the runway, left or right, before you land.
238 Romeo Sierra, clear out of the Class Bravo airspace, non-departure, and you can just make a right turn out towards the Statue of Liberty and climb maintain 1,500.
Roger, on departure, right turn towards Statue of Liberty, climb maintain 1,500, 238 Romeo Sierra.
238 Romeo Sierra, you can taxi via Papa 1, traffic's on a 9-mile final, wind 3205, gust 15, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff.
Roger, Papa 1, clear takeoff 4 right, 238 Romeo Sierra.
All right, now I know mostly we're not going to get lost, but I've yet to see the waypoint Statue of Liberty in my GPS, so explain how that works.
Yeah, so that's one of those times where you got to go a little bit old school and use the window. The good thing is you can see downtown Manhattan almost immediately, and we're familiar with the area, so we do know that Statue of Liberty is just south of that. But if you're not from the area, you can always just tell them that you don't know. They're going to assume you do know, but it's much better to speak up and confess than just say yes and hope for the best.
Kennedy Tower, good afternoon, Cirrus 238 Romeo Sierra, Arizona, 1,500.
238 Romeo Sierra, Ken, good afternoon. You heading back to Farmingdale?
Affirmative, sir.
238 Romeo Sierra, proceed along the shoreline, past the Marine Parkway Bridge, out of below 500. Please, heavy jets are inbound for 31 right. Kennedy altimeter is 3009.
Okay, 3009, proceed south shore west, correction eastbound, out below 1. Correction 500, hey Romeo Sierra.
We're going to cut you a little slack on that one, Connor, but there's a lot of stuff going on, so at the end of a long flight.
Yeah.
So we're all comfortable coming in here. This was a flight that you did prior to the tower reopening. So explain, how you had to approach the airport without the tower being open especially from the west.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that we don't usually think about at Republic, because when the tower's open, they put you wherever they want you to go, wherever's best for them. But with the tower closed, we got to abide by whatever the chart says. And runway 32 and runway 1 at Republic actually have right traffic. So from the west, we ended up overflying the field to fly that teardrop entry onto the downwind.
Yeah, we've had a chance to use a lot of the skills that we teach, and everybody thinks aren't really that important. Here we are cutting to final, back to Republic.
Public traffic. Public traffic, Cirrus 238 Romeo Sierra, 1 mile final, 32 Republic.
Back to Republic with a pretty exciting hour of flight that we've managed to reduce to significantly less than that. All right. So, Connor, I want to thank you for joining us. I also want to see if anybody was paying attention there. Who passed directly in front of us when we pulled off the whole short line out of Republic. Again, Connor, thanks a lot. I really appreciate you coming on. This is exciting. We tried something new, and we'd love to hear the feedback from everybody. So thanks a lot, Connor. We're going to hang up and we'll finish up here, but thanks. We'll see you in a bit. All right.
All right. Yeah, no worries. Good to be here.
All right. See ya.
Have a good night.
All right, everybody. Well, again, thanks for joining us tonight. This is one of those times where it'd be great for people to take an opportunity to do this flight before commercial aviation picks up again. You can see it's already picking up on the GA side a little bit, but there's still on the commercial side it's still pretty light. Remember to check our social media accounts for what's upcoming. We had asked for some people to send us some videos. We're still going to ask for people to continue to do that. You can send videos, pictures to becca@flynfi.com. We're going to see what we can do. Just as a quick recap, Republic Airport is now open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're back doing flight training as is, the airport's alive and back to business. One of the things I'd like you to do is to remember to like our videos, subscribe. We're over 1,000 on our Instagram account, which is kind of exciting for us. It doesn't seem like a lot, but we've worked hard to stay in touch with everybody, and we really appreciate that. Hope to see everybody again next week, and be safe, stay healthy, and thanks again. Good night.